Hey, that's that locker room talk right there.
This was Locker Room Talk.
Hey, that's that locker room.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Don't Call It Locker Room Talk with your boy Walls P and your boy June. How's everybody doing this evening? Shout out to the rewatch crew. Oh my gosh, I can't speak today, man. I don't know what the heck is going on. I've been fumbling my words all day, brother. But how you doing, brother? How you doing today?
I'm doing great. You know what I mean? I feel energized, drinking my coffee, ready to talk sports.
Got your Java going on. I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. I got my second win, so your boy is on it. So we had a lot of good football games this weekend, but before we go into sport, like talk of sports or whatever, the first thing we're going to lead today's show off with First Take and Undisputed. Now, we both know those are the two mainstream debate shows on TV, you know, ESPN, FS1. And since there was a dynamic shift with Shannon Sharp leaving Undisputed and going to First Take, and Skip Bayless assembling his crew on Undisputed. Now, the ratings will tell you that First Take has been crushing Undisputed as far as the ratings go. And we're talking tripling the ratings for First Take as opposed to Undisputed. But are the ratings really a telltale story or a telltale of what's going on as far as which show is better? So, do you want to go first and give your take on which one do you think is better, or do you want me to go first and say my take on it?
I mean, I think yours will be better thought out than mine. So,
so here's the thing with First Take and Undisputed, right? Monday and Tuesdays, those are the days hands down that I prefer First Take. Because with Shannon Sharp, the dynamic that this guy bring, the energy, the one-liners, the humor, you're gonna get a lot out of First Take with Shannon Sharp is there. Wednesdays is kind of hit or miss because I do like when Mad Dog is on there because Mad Dog is just Mad Dog. He just, his passion and energy is off the charts, and the chemistry that he has on the platform is nice. But that's hit or miss. But Thursday and Friday, Undisputed. I got to give it to Undisputed. And although the Undisputed, they love talking about the Lakers and Cowboys because I guess that's the demographic over there that like they're fans or whatever. But as I'm watching as the weeks and months progress, the chemistry between Skip, Sherman, and Keyshawn Johnson, especially Keyshawn Johnson, the chemistry and dynamic is improving. And it took me a while to understand with Skip Bayless how Richard Sherman would get pissed off and everything like that. What I didn't realize is this was the kind of thing that Skip does to add to the platform. And for him, there is no personal shots when it comes to him. You could say whatever you want, and he's just gonna rub it, like he's just gonna get that dirt off my shoulders, keep it pushing. He doesn't take anything personal. He just moves on. But the chemistry between them is just getting better and better and better. First Take, like I said, when Shannon Sharp is there, oh my gosh, hands down, First Take all the way. But when he's not there, it's a little lackluster to me. That's just it's lackluster. Now, the real change is gonna be when the football season ends. We're gonna see what direction it's gonna go into because with Shannon Sharp is only gonna be there during the football season. Once the football season is done, he's not gonna be on the platform. That's why he goes on his hiatus. So it's gonna be interesting to see if those numbers stay the same because, like I said, him being on there, like even on Mondays and Tuesdays, that's when you see the ratings are definitely astronomical when he's there. Because let's face it, man, Club Shay, um, Nightcap,
Nightcap.
yeah, all those fans and people that follow him, they're going to support First Take when he's there. So I want to see how it's gonna do on the days off. So if I have to pick one, I say 50-50. First Take gets the edge because Wednesday is a toss-up with Mad Dog there, but without Mad Dog and Shannon Sharp, I'm sorry, I have to give it to Undisputed.
Oh, yo, I'm surprised. I would
Yeah,
never ever
yeah,
think you would have said that.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
See, here's the thing. I think ESPN, I think First Take's always going to be like not better, but it's always
Mhm.
going to have higher numbers because ESPN is in every barbershop. Like that's
Yeah,
the channel they have. I don't
yeah.
think
Hello, June, June. I think he froze up for a little bit, but in the meantime, I wonder what you guys will take, what you guys will think the rewatch crew as far as what do you think is the better program as far as Undisputed goes and First Take goes. Like I said, the only drawback with Undisputed is the simple fact that they do touch on the Lakers and they do touch on Dallas a lot. Though they go back to those subjects, and you know it's a mainstream because usually on Mondays or Tuesdays, whatever. Well, let's just say the day of the week, through the course of the days of the week, at 10 o'clock to compete with First Take, they always go into saying, "Hey, um, Michael Irvin is going to break down his thoughts on the Cowboys, so to speak." Where you have a Cowboy alumni who's going to speak on the things, all things Cowboys. So I guess they can see spikes in their ratings when they talk about the Cowboys, that's what their fans look into. But as a whole, I'm like, y'all kind of touch on the Cowboys and the Lakers too much. I want them to diversify their conversations more and touch on different topics. So if they can do that, especially when Shannon Sharp goes off the air and goes on his hiatus after the football season, I think they could take a nice chunk out of the viewership. I believe they can really, really take a huge chunk out of it. So, to the rewatch crew, share your thoughts in the comment section on which do you think is the better program and why. Now, when June come back, he'll be able to give his thoughts on what he believe is the better out of the two programs. But I'm gonna switch gears to the update on Josh Giddey. Now, so far, Josh Giddey, with the investigation that's going on, the team is not talking, the NBA is not talking, the coach ain't talking, Josh Giddey isn't talking, and the family of said minor is not cooperating with law enforcement. Now, the last video that we made covering Josh Giddey, well, it was a video covering Malika Andrews and her hypocrisy and also Josh Giddey. Now, in that video, my co-host June said some things that people maybe took out of context. And what he was basically saying was he supports Josh Giddey on whatever it is that might have happened with this underage girl. Now, he was taken into effect saying, yo, this guy was 19, 20 years old, and the girl was 15, alleged. People are crucifying Josh Giddey and they're saying, yo, this is the worst thing a person could do. He's a pedo, yada, yada, right? But he's like, yo, why can't a 15-year-old make adult decisions when we have in society people are okay with an 8-year-old saying that they want to switch genders? it's okay for a 8-year-old or a child that's under, that's under 13 to say, "Hey, I want to be a boy or I want to be a girl." And it's perfectly fine. As long as the parents are okay with them transitioning or whatever the case may be, it is perfectly fine. It is not child abuse or anything. And like I said in that last video, in some states, if you don't assess your child, you could be hit with child abuse. And basically, what he was saying, well, I'm paraphrasing. I don't know if this is it, but this is the way I took it. I took it as if a 15-year-old can grab a gun and go execute somebody, why is that 15-year-old tried as an adult? That 15-year-old made an adult decision to grab the gun and go execute somebody. So I believe what he was saying is, if you can try them as an adult in a situation like that, why can't they be viewed as an adult in a situation like that, messing with a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old? That's what I believe he was saying, especially when in a time when an 8-year-old can say, "Hey, I feel I want to be a woman or I want to be a guy," whatever the case may be, and it's perfectly legal to do that. That child can make that conscious decision, especially if the parents are okay with it. And in some cases, if they're not, they could be hit with child abuse. So hopefully that adds some clarification to it, because a lot of people were up in arms and was like, "Oh my God, how could you say this?" And yes, he might have not explained it the way that he wanted to, but at the end of the day, I believe that was but I believe that was what he meant in the situation. So there's the information. There's my point of view about it. Hopefully that adds some clarity to what he was trying to say or the point that he was getting across. Now, some commenters did actually perceive that's the message that was being, conveyed. And they said it in the comment section and even replied to some other commenters and was making that point of saying, "Hey, you're taking what this person said, you're taking what June said out of context. I believe this is what he meant to say. It was just a poor delivery." So again, if this adds clarification, let us know in the comment section. We would love to hear your take on it. So on to the next topic. So the Houston Oh, okay. So, what's going on, brother? Alright.
Sorry, the
So,
Wi-Fi.
yeah, the I touched on the ESPN First Take, and I said, when you come back, you'll be able to give your take. And I also gave my point of view of clarifying the Josh Giddey um comment on our last video.
Okay.
So if you want, you could go into your the take that you had, with First Take and Undisputed, and which one you think is the better show, and then you could go into clarification of, the Josh Giddey video and what you meant by, you support him and everything like that.
All right. You remember when I messaged you one day, I was like, you know what? I was trying to watch First Take and I was getting sleepy. Not First
Yeah,
Take, Undisputed.
Undisputed. Yeah,
It's because it was just redundant, and that made me tired. The takes I do like listening to, believe it or not, I love when he's talking about LeBron. When they're talking about LeBron, I love listening to it. But
mhm,
I love when Key doesn't want to hear what Skip got to say. Like, he doesn't let Skip talk the BS. He'll
yeah,
challenge him. And I love how Sherm also won't let him just talk BS.
yeah,
He'll go at
yeah,
him, but the chemistry works. And it's just like, yes, I love it. And like you said, Skip seems like it doesn't really offend him. It's more like this is part of the show. I want you to get mad. Get mad. If you
yeah,
get mad, cuss me out. It's gonna make news. We're gonna get ratings. So
yeah.
I do enjoy that. I like that. But hey, I'm just Shannon Sharp is Shannon Sharp, man. Like the guy is
Oh,
so entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Like he has that gift of gab. He knows how to keep you entertained. So that makes me feel sad because I used to wake up wanting to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like I looked forward to that, and
Yeah.
now it's not here. So it's like I got to split my time. But I feel like ESPN's always going to hold the top spot because they're on every channel. Like it's easily accessed. So I feel that way. Now with Josh Giddey, the reason I supported Josh Giddey, there was a commenter who said something that showed me that some people get it. He basically said what we're saying is true. We're actually defending guys where they can just tell us our 8-year-old has the right to become a boy. Like if it's a boy, has the right to change his sex to a girl if he wants to. We have no say. An 8-year-old, but you're telling me a 15-year-old who's almost double that age cannot say, you know what, I want to whatever with this person. I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't like that. If we want to go the route where you're going to use ages, like a certain age when it benefits you, I don't like it. So for me, I will speak out against it. And I feel like, oh, then you're going to force me on Josh Giddey's side. I'm gonna go on his side then. If y'all want me to be ignorant like that, I will be ignorant like that. Because a 15-year-old to me isn't as bad as an 8-year-old transitioning.
Yeah.
Like that to me is a major problem. So that's why I really made those comments. It wasn't trying to say people need to break the law or start doing things that are felonious. That's not what I was saying at all. It was just a matter of, listen, even if the 15-year-old wanted to have a relationship with, if the parents is with it, what is like what's the big deal? If the parents is like, you know what, we actually need the money, we think she's mature enough, and we like this guy, and we want them to be together, we want him to take her serious. Whose business is that? Like, whose business is that? The government could tell me I can't do that. I can't accept, some parents see it as a lottery ticket, but I have to change the sex of my child because my child who don't know their left from their right feels like, you know what, because I play with dolls, I'm getting bothered, and I want to say I'm a girl, I want to be a girl. No, I'm not with it, and I'll never be with that. I'll never be with that. They can never make me accept that, and I never will accept that. So for me, I will always side against that.
Got you. And one thing that I said when I was speaking on behalf of the way I took what you said was, it's funny how people are up in arms about a 15-year-old messing with a 19 or 20-year-old at the time, allegedly. But yet, and it's like, oh, that 15-year-old is a child and don't know no better. But yet, if that same 15-year-old grabs a gun and decide he's going to go delete somebody, that 15-year-old is going to be tried as an adult because they made a adult decision.
How does that work?
So so it's like a contradiction. And basically what you're saying is the government shouldn't be able to dictate my 15-year-old, so to speak, on what they do, or this person's 15-year-old who the parents is consenting of the relationship they're having with whomever.
It should be up to the parent, not the government.
Exactly. Or not up to the people also. It should not be up to the people at the outside factors. They can have their opinion, but to cast aspersions on their character, that's not fair. That's basically what you're saying.
I'll never accept it.
Got you. And like I said, that's why, and I agree. I got that point that you were making, and that is why I said, yo, I agree with you, and I can't dispute it because it makes sense. I got what you were saying. But I guess when in this YouTube space, if you're not verbatim or perfect with your words, then people got Twitter fingers and they just come for you. And some of them just be trolling. It's like they just want the spotlight, that 2-second shine, so to speak.
Yes.
But it is what it is. It comes with the territory. It is what we signed up for with the platform.
It is what it is.
Hey, it is what it is. But get that dirt off my coat.
For real.
You ain't gonna make or break me, brother. You feel me?
For real.
Come with it with the comments. If I say something you feel I'm ignorant or stupid, come with it. I could take it. I don't care. It is what it is. At the end of the day, these are our opinions. That's what it comes down to. Hey, and with our opinions, you might learn something.
Facts. Did you tell them how you felt about Malika Andrews? Did you go on that or no?
You said what?
Did you mention what you felt about Malika Andrews?
Nah, I didn't mention what I felt about Malika Andrews, but Malika Andrews to me is just a straight up coon.
That's all I
And
wanted to hear.
yeah, and we're working on a video that we're gonna drop, in the next couple of days or whatever. That's gonna on the whole First Take and sports media. So stay tuned for that, man. Stay tuned for that. And shout out to everybody, the subscribers, the rewatch crew, the people that are helping the channel grow. We appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. And hey, even though we may come at you in the comment section as far as like replying back, it's not personal. It
Never.
is not personal. You know what I mean? We never take things personal here. We may clap back, but it's never personal because we laughing at the end of the day. Like, yo, did you see that comment? Yo, I got roasted. You feel me? So, it is what it is. But okay, I was gonna transition to LeBron James and Emu Adoka. I always butcher his name. Ime Adoka. Okay. So the Lakers were playing the Rockets, and Ime Adoka felt like Lakers players were complaining about fouls and complaining about calls. So he was on the sideline saying, yo, stop acting like you guys are acting like a bunch of bees and stuff like this. And LeBron came over to him and was like, yo, don't say that to me. Blase blah in an altercation. Like they had a little back and forth. And Ime Adoka wind up getting ejected. If you didn't see that back and forth, here's the back and forth between the two. All right. So as you see, the back and forth, I don't want to use the language that they was using, but you saw it in the captions, the language that was being used and everything like that. And I know for LeBron, it kind of hit home, especially that's what got him into an altercation with Draymond back in the NBA Finals. Draymond used the B word against him. So LeBron doesn't take that lightly. So my question to you, June, is was Ime Adoka out of pocket, and was the referee right for ejecting him?
I absolutely think Ime's wrong. And the only reason I do think he's wrong, wait, do you want me to explain?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. I think Ime's wrong because if you're playing against me and you call me that, that's cool. Cause I'm now gonna bust your cheeks. Pause. I'm gonna give you the work because I would not appreciate that. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the pause just
gotta throw the pause. But nah, I wouldn't appreciate a coach talking to me like that because there's a certain way I'm expected to talk to the coach. So I had a problem with that. I felt like LeBron used to give you the work back in the day, and now you're trying to talk trash as a coach. Maybe you're trying to get your players riled up and started. I get it.
Yeah.
But doing that, come on, you're acting like you're acting unprofessional. And in case y'all don't know who Ime is, Ime's the one who ended up what was he cheating on Nia Long?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a Stephen A. Smith. I'm gonna put his business out there. He was busted for cheating on Nia Long, and he was the one that started that whole Malika Andrews thing that we don't like. But he sat there trying to act tough because he know LeBron is worth a lot. He's worth $1 billion. So LeBron's not going to sit there and fight him. LeBron and Rondo said something. Him and LeBron, they don't play against the players. They're playing chess against the coaches. So LeBron knew what I'm going to do is I already know he got a tech. So I'm going to force him to say something else so he could get kicked out this game. That's what LeBron was doing. I don't think he was too worried about the B word. I think he wanted to incite something. It's like, oh, one more, you gone. And I know I played against you. I know you a buster. You're too unprofessional to keep your mouth shut. So he went over there being real polite, and this guy gonna go start saying stuff. It's like, you're a coach, man. Like, come on. So I think Ime is wrong. And you know what? Ime wouldn't want that work with their coach. And I know that. He wouldn't have said that to Darvin Ham. Like, do you think he would have said that to Darvin?
Nah, I don't think so.
Darvin looked crazy. He wouldn't have said that to Darv.
See, I think Ime was wrong, but I think ejecting him was going too far because of the strength of players on the court and everything like that be saying worse to each other. And I get it, it's a coach and everything like that, but
Mhm.
coaches be on the sideline, mouthing off to players too. And it don't get to the point where it's like a tech and you're ejected, so to speak. So I felt like, yeah, he could have told them to knock it off or whatever the case may be, and that's enough. But just to give them a tech, kick them out of the game, I don't think it was. I thought it was unnecessary. And you're right. LeBron knew what he was doing when he went over there to exacerbate the situation. He wasn't looking to de-escalate it. It was going on and on. And I'm just starting to get annoyed where referees are just flexing their weight and like ruining outcomes of games.
They was already
Not
getting blown out.
they was getting, but still, like the fans. If I was a fan of the Rocket, I would be pissed off that the referee took it upon himself to eject Ime, slap him with a tech, and nothing was escalating to the point that they was gonna throw blows or anything like that. You know, yes, it was words being exchanged and all of that stuff like that, but do we really think a fight or something was gonna break out? Absolutely not. LeBron would not lower himself to the standard of going to fight Ime. That wouldn't happen. LeBron is way smarter than that, you know. So I just think ejection was a little too far.
But whose job is it to protect LeBron though? Like, for a coach to be cussing me out, and I'm just saying, hey, you shouldn't be using that word. Like, that's like, first off, I got a daughter. Like, that word means something to me. Maybe you don't even know that. And I'm just asking, can you not use that word? And you sitting here cussing me out. Like, who's gonna protect me against that coach? Because if it was a player, I may foul him hard, but I can't foul a coach hard. I can't give
June,
him that work. So it's like, who's supposed to who what? You're just gonna let him just sit there, disrespect me, and I can't do anything to him? Like, really?
June, you're absolutely right. And I'm not gonna hold you. But these players go through the same thing with fans that they can't lay a hand on,
That's
and
fans.
the game goes on. I
But don't
understand it's fans. I understand that it's fans, but you've for your whole career, you've been through situations where people was cursing at you in the whole nine, and you can't put your hands on them, whether it's fans or whatever the case
but
may be.
LeBron got that chick thrown out. The one who, when she was leaving, she started going like this. He got
Uh-huh.
her kicked out. So why can't I get the coach kicked out? If he's sitting there disrespecting me, why can't I get him kicked out? I got the fan kicked out. Russell Westbrook got a fan kicked out before. So why can't I get the coach kicked out if he's acting less than a fan? Like, you're a coach. Where's your professionalism? Sitting there
Because
sleeping with players, with people's wives.
yeah,
Dirtbag.
but he said you guys are acting like a bunch of bees. That's a
Okay.
difference of saying, yo, you are a bee.
It to whoever is the one receiving it. I may receive it different. If I'm saying, like, yo, can you just kill the word? Like, you should understand I don't like that word. But for you to double down, like, what you gonna do? Now you're trying to, now you're saying something. Now I may have to put the pause on you. So that's like, why would you even go there? What am I going to do? You walking over here like you finna do something? Like, why he gotta say that? Like, why he gotta, you're a coach. Why you gotta say that to me? Now you're saying I'm a punk because now I want to smack you. And I can't smack you. Why? Because you're a coach. And because I'm worth so much, I got endorsement deals. I can't put my hands on you. Can y'all get this man out of here? Like, that's the best way to do it, because I'm LeBron James. I own this NBA. So get this man out of here. It's out of here
No,
right
I get it.
now.
I get it. But he said you're acting like a bee. From there, he wasn't still cursing at him. They was having back and forth banter where he's like, what you gonna do? Yada yada, this, that, and the third, you know.
Okay.
So
He cursed at
I
him again. He called him a soft.
yeah,
He's
you're
like,
right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. He did. He did. He did. He did. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're
a
right. Like I
coach?
said, You're not wrong. I agree with you 1,000%. I
But you
agree
didn't
with
want him
you.
kicked out.
I just didn't want him kicked out of the game, man.
I want him down.
Like my thing is, I would have been happier if the NBA would have slapped them with a heavy fine.
He's probably still
Take
gonna get a fine though.
he prob I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. He probably will. I don't know. But I would have been more happier if the NBA just slapped them with the heaviest fine that they can to keep so you don't do it again.
So wait, you think they all right, since they ejected him, you think they shouldn't hit him with a fine now?
No.
Look, let me tell you something. He could have said that to the wrong person, and it could have been a malice in the palace. It could have been someone who just turned around, not LeBron James, and just punched him right in his mouth. And it's like, why would you start that? Like, why would you even try to get that started? You're a coach. You're not a player anymore. Why are you doing this? So they
I
need to
get
make
that.
an example out of this man.
I get that, but ejection is an example. So if he don't want to get ejected next time, he'll keep his mouth shut.
I'm
But
saying if I'm
I
in
don't
school, if you make me go home, like you send me home early, that's not an ejection. If then you call my parents and now my grades get hurt or something that hurt, that is something that's like a discipline. But him getting sent home early, getting to go home early, that's not really. Come on,
so
like
you're saying
really?
to double penalize him.
Yes, just like you said, that 5-year ban on Michigan, I want more. I want more.
I
Yes,
got
sir.
you. I got you. Look, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I said, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. You're not wrong. I'm just like, should he get thrown out? Oh, nah, I don't think so. But I concede. You're right. I concede. You're right. I concede that. And before we wrap this up, you're gonna be surprised, but there's something else that I must concede to also. You
Let
ready
me hear this.
for it?
Yes, sir.
You ready for it? This year, I must concede Dak Prescott got it over Josh Allen.
Hey.
I must concede, man.
Oh,
Those
you put
numbers right
Patrick?
there. Huh?
But you put Patrick up there now.
I know. When I saw this, I said, yeah, June is right. I gotta let him know. I concede, man. I gotta let him know.
He's
He
in
got
the running for MVP too.
yes, yes, yes. And those numbers, like he's trumping Patrick Mahomes' numbers. And I
I think
get it. It's like people like I was one of the people that said it too. It's like, well, the level of competition, yada yada. But at the end of the day, you play who you play that's on your schedule,
that's it.
and that's it. So, June, I give it to you. Dak Prescott is a better quarterback than Josh Allen.
Oh, that's a big man.
Yeah. So I got to give it to you, brother. I concede. I concede.
Hit that subscribe button.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I'm gonna get my W back somehow in another debate that we do. I'm gonna get my W back somehow.
Oh, I'm ready for it. Let's get it.
But with that said, we reached a half an hour mark, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Quick question for you though, before we wrap this up. With the way last week we said that the Lions were fraudulent. They did win this week, and we saw that the Chiefs lost to the Packers, which was the team that beat the Lions. Can we say that Lions is still fraudulent, or are the Packers that good?
For me, it's both.
Okay. You
It's
think that
both.
you think the Lions are still a little fraudulent here and there?
Correct.
Okay.
Even though they're gonna beat my Broncos, I still feel like
You think so?
they should. If they lose to the Broncos, they're 100% fraud.
Fraudulent. Okay. Yeah, but the
100.
Broncos, you guys been playing better lately, man.
Yeah, but Russell Wilson throwing 120 passing yards. And yeah, okay.
But they've been winning that way with him only doing,
I
not
know.
doing too
But that
much.
can't hold up. That can't hold
Nah,
up.
it can't. It can't. Well, if he
The
shows up,
Ravens won like that. The
if he
Ravens won
shows
like
up
that.
when they need him to, because look what happened with Peyton. Peyton was just, a placeholder, and then when they needed him to step up, he did his thing.
True.
So you never
True.
know. You never know. Like I put it like this: I have more faith in the Broncos than I do the Lions. I'll say
No,
that.
the Lions?
I have more faith in the Broncos than I do the Lions.
Oh man, that's That's good to hear, man. That's
I
good to
do,
hear.
man.
I hope
I,
you're
I
right.
I have more faith in I have more faith that in the Packers. Like I believe if the Packers go to the playoffs, they'll make more noise than the Lions. I honestly believe that.
Jordan Love looking like a good decision, man.
Yes, yes. I cannot front on that, man. I cannot front on that. So you know what? Next week, we'll have to speak on more NFL, whatever, because we've been treating it like a stepchild. So, and we got a big game coming up too with the Eagles versus the Cowboys.
That's a huge
So
game. Yeah.
that's gonna be a big game to talk about as well. So, all right, and yeah, we'll touch base on those things for next week, brother. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. The Rewatch crew, definitely drop a comment, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And we will catch everybody on the next episode on, hey, don't call it locker room
Hey,
talk.
that's that locker room talk.
Sir. And we will catch you guys next week for the next episode, and tune in for our daily, well, not daily, but tune in for our shows. I'm messing up. Tune in for our videos that we will be dropping throughout the week. Turn the notification bell on so that you could be notified when those videos drop. Because trust me, you will not be disappointed. And even though I kept fumbling words, I'm still fumbling words. But you know what? I love you folks. It is what it is, brother. That's the beauty of being live. Till the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.